Oh
Hello, oh my gosh, we're
Sorry, everybody. That was horrible.
wow, what a fun shit show. No,
Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can come back or if we've lost them forever. They're like, this isn't worth it. Oh my dear goodness. The thing about it is like, ask your questions again because we couldn't see any of them. It was absolutely horrible. Stephanie Bain. Okay, great. Huzzah. Hi, friends. I'm so sorry.
So wait, what just happened? Okay, we're all here. Show yourself. Say hello.
That one up.
All these people, I didn't know RJ was watching. I didn't know Alex Robinson was watching.
I didn't know any of this was happening. I was like, wow, Brandon.
After this one. What a weird moment. Say, UJ's here, Rachel's here, Rebecca's back. Like, okay, Iris is here.
Oh my God.
Iris watches. Like, Iris always watches. Where is she?
And I was like, Nick DeSantis was here last time. Does he love me? I love Nick DeSantis. I was thinking about him earlier today.
Oh, man. Well, hi, everyone. I'm glad you're back. If you had questions that you asked previously, please rewrite them.
Okay, so I'm going to let people come up with the questions here, like regenerate them. And in the meantime, let's play a game. Do you want to play a game?
Yes, I'm here for the game.
Oh my God, I need a game. I need a new beverage. How's your...
Do I need it? Am I getting a banner? Am I pulling a banner up?
Oh, yes. We're going to play, what did we decide it was called?
I don't know. Who said it?
Who said it? No, 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 no. Who said that? I surveyed 250 actors and only 4 responded. No,
you did not ask 250 people. Don't lie to me.
No, I didn't ask 250 people. I asked a lot of people. Wow, there are a lot of questions. We're going to play this game really fast, and then we're going to get back to these questions.
Oh, wow.
This is great. So what I did was I basically sent emails to lots of humans and asked them to tell me some anecdotes about you, or maybe about the first time they met, or if they could describe Brandon and Ivie in the rehearsal room. I'm going to tell you what they said, and you're going to ask, who said that thing about me?
I'm going to trust that this is all fun. I'm ready. Go for it.
Okay, great. I love that this is the first one, considering what you talked about why you like musical comedy. Brandon has an absolutely insane knack for comedy. He can measure down to the second how long a pause should be before a punchline, or how quickly an absurd word should be said. At times, it can feel annoying to hear, when you say that phrase, can your head be tilted up 10 more degrees? But the results don't lie. It is never not funny.
So I'm guessing who said that?
Yeah.
My first guess is Danny Cam.
Oh.
Because I definitely, literally, probably said, I want your head turned 10 degrees further. Is that wrong?
Is that your final answer?
Oh, man. Well, I feel like I've literally given the 10 degree, like tilt your head 10 degrees more to like 4 different people at least.
The answer is, can you see my screen?
Is it Justin Huertas? I also told him. He did a thing like this.
Huertas!
Oh, is it Justin?
Yeah, it is Justin Huertas.
I remember giving him that. I remember him giving him that note in Spelling Bee. He did like a really silly. It was during like a spelling montage. He was given like a really crazy hard word to spell after someone was given cow or something, and he would go. Caw. And I was like, "Can you tilt your head like 10 degrees further to the right and go?" Caw. He's like, this is funnier than this because you can see the head and the thing.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Look.
There we go. Okay, great.
I didn't know that. Okay, great. Should I take that away now?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it away.
I mean, you can leave it up there, and then I'll. No. That's good.
Yeah. Who said it? What's the next one?
You like this one? The next one is who? This is a story from the rehearsal room. Oh, here I can't do it. Sorry, technical difficulties. Now that we're switching who who has what on their screen. It's really good. We're doing so well. All right. My favorite moment of Brandon is when, my favorite moment of Brandon's is when we established that our acting directing relationship was to let me go as far as I wanted with a bit until he just shouted, "No!" And then I back off just a little, and that's the final product.
That's Hannah Sherman, 1000%.
That's right. That's Hannah Sherman. Here's a picture of probably what she was talking about, if you can share that.
Yeah, Hannah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's literally what she would. There was a bit in Howard Barnes when. I mean, we did it in the show, so I guess I can talk about it.
Totally.
Where she played like a Spring Awakening type.
Well, I assumed it was this moment.
What?
I assumed it was with experimentals.
No, it wasn't, because I kind of did. I don't know if there's a lot that I said that people couldn't do as experimentals.
That's fair. That's true.
But she was playing like a Spring Awakening type person, and I had her pull. She was in like a big flowy nightgown, and I had her pull a microphone out from under her nightgown, from like under her nightgown, and she would do dirty things with the microphone. And I had to tell her to stop. I just yelled, "No!" Like, I got it. Thank you.
Like giving somebody a parameter. Like, you give them a fence. I really like that. That's good. Okay, the next one. Okay, good. I mean, no, dang it. All right. So this next one, I had to pare down a little bit, but the time came for us to practice the floating. I felt intensely vulnerable because not only was I dealing with vertigo, but I was also singing one of the most beautiful melodies I've ever been given, and I cared deeply about this magical touching moment. When I tried it, all I heard from the dark theater was laughter. Brandon was laughing. I was at first heartbroken, but then I asked, "Why are you laughing? Does it look bad?" His quick response was, "No, I can't believe it actually worked."
Is it Bobby Catula?
Yep, Bobby Catula. Here, you can actually.
In string.
It is. If you show this.
Oh, right. Yes.
Talking about.
There she is, back there in her like Alexander McQueen drag queen realness.
Okay, next one. He owes me $10, and he's owed me $10 for about 10 years. It's now become a joke, and I can't remember why.
She doesn't even know when this started.
Dollars.
It's Sarah Rose Davis, of course.
Oh, okay. Share this picture.
Oh my gosh.
So cute. Look how cute they are.
Sarah and me and RJ Tancioko, my senior year of high school, when Sarah won the Fifth Avenue Award for, oh my gosh, when I was in high school, the Fifth Avenue Awards, which is like the high school Tony Awards for Washington State, the first year was my senior year of high school, and so I went to my drama teacher and was like, "We're going to do a musical this year, right?" And he was like, "Oh, no, I don't like musicals." So I was like, "Screw that, I'm going to do my own." And so I self-produced and directed and starred in the last 5 years, the regional premiere of the last 5 years, as a one-night only high school production that starred a freshman, very Jewish Sarah Rose Davis as a role that should be played by anyone except for a Jewish person. She's like, "This is the only time I'll ever play Kathy Hyatt in the last 5 years."
And didn't y'all, were you nominated for the Fifth Avenue Award for that one?
Sarah was nominated and won, and I got like a student achievement award or something. That actually started my career at the Fifth Avenue.
And
what?
And I was like asking for anecdotes, right? And Tim Simons shared that the first time he maybe saw you or met you was when you were there at the Fifth Avenue Awards for that one.
Oh, really? I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Nothing, but you didn't know him. He just said, "That's the first time I remember seeing Brandon Ivie."
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's so funny. All right, this next one is, I've worked with Brandon The most out of any director. I'm trying to like change things as I do this. This is so weird. Okay, great. The most out of any director. I first met him when I was 19 as an AD, and I was starring in Anything Goes before I knew what I was doing, and the single most terrifying set I've ever been on under during massive tap dance sequences. I also had hair and a different name.
Yes, I was gonna. The person that I met was named Carter J. Davis.
And what is his name now?
His name is Josh Carter.
Oh, and look, here's a picture of him in Pump Boys. I love that.
Yes, Josh. Yeah, we met doing Anything Goes at. It was still called Civic Light Opera then, but now it's called Seattle Musical Theater.
Love that.
Yeah, I was in college, and he had just graduated recently.
I love that. And he also went on to tell me that since then, you've seen him on a national tour, and he was briefly living in New York City while rehearsing and cast me in the only show I've been in that's had a cast album produced.
Aww.
And he says, can you believe we met 14 years ago?
That's so weird.
Again, we're all getting older. And maybe that's why we're not getting all the young, cool, hip musicals like you mentioned earlier.
I know. Well, I mean, it's you age out of it. Right.
Okay. So this person said the first show that you ever did together was Peter Pan, and that you are Gregory Award buddies because you won in the same year.
Oh, it's RJ.
RJ. So
RJ Panciocco. I love you. Look at our high tech.
I know. Like,
how to make that.
Different folks. This was gonna be so different
when we like can't even get the picture to fill the screen.
I know. We're troubleshooting here. It's really good. Okay, the next one. Take it down. You did take it down. Okay, great. And I'm having to toggle, and I'm really good at toggling. Great. The next one was a bunch of us were at Hula Hula for karaoke. I did not know Brandon well at this point. Everybody else nervous about where this is going? I was singing Ordinary People and apparently doing okay. Unfortunately, I've never been on the forefront of popular trends, so I didn't know yet that throwing shoes was a sign of praise. I would later figure this out, but not until after Brandon's shoe hit me in the face. I still can't decide if it was the low or my highlight of my career.
That's Jason Kappas.
Jason Kappas.
That's definitely Jason Kappas. Oh,
it's hard. I know that.
There he is.
It did not load very well. This was the photo. I think that's from Cold Turkey.
Yeah, it is.
That's funny. At the festival. I also asked a couple stage managers.
Oh.
And the biggest thing was Brandon notoriously asks me to retape the room.
I don't know because I've asked multiple stage managers to do that.
Well, I mean, from this person. From this one person.
Yeah, but I've asked multiple stage managers to do it.
Brandon.
Is that one Pam? Is that one Brenda?
It was Brenda. I was on a text chain with Brenda and Pam, and they were like, oh yeah, absolutely. The other one was, Brenda said, honestly, the first time I met Brandon, he was the AD on JCS, and he always left his food wrappers, but that didn't seem appropriate.
That hasn't changed, though. That has not changed.
Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a lot of.
This is true.
Thanks to everybody for enjoying that moment. Let's go to some of these questions. Let's see. If we go back up there, RJ has asked, what are the fundamental differences between working on Broadway versus regional?
Oh.
RJ, that's a very good question. I wish I could put on the screen.
I mean, I can find that put on the screen. I mean, it's probably in all caps up here somewhere. I think the only real difference is like time and resources. That's really the only difference. It's like on Broadway, you just have like the amount of money we have at Village Theater for one entire season, you have for one show. So like, you take like 5 shows worth of our resources and put it into one show, and that's what you get. And so you have like extra rehearsal time. You've just got like more people in the room. You've got, you know, more sets, more costumes, more bodies.
More sounds great.
Yeah, but that's
fun.
it's not like I will say this till I die. It's not that the talent is better, but that's like definitely not a thing.
I will agree.
The talent is oftentimes better regionally. So yeah, it's just the time and the resources, I think. Like a lot of times when you're rehearsing a Broadway show, you get like the entire set in the room. Or like if you're rehearsing a show with a turntable, like you get the turntable in the rehearsal room.
That would have saved a lot of tech time on Les Mis.
I know, right? Yeah. What's the next one?
Another question that was asked, and I don't know if it was here or if it was the other one of the 20 chats we started, was if you could pick any 5 shows to be in like your season, what would you pick?
Well, so whoever asked this, like, feel free to clarify. Is this like my personal, just like the season that I would program for myself that I would want to of shows that I want to see, or like a version of a Village Theater season that I think actually could and should happen?
Just answer your season. Like, we're at the theater, Brandon Ivie's theater, which we might all be at in 20 years. We don't know. But what is that for the opening season?
I would open with Next to Normal.
He's sucking up.
The holiday. No.
No, it's a beautiful show. I would love that show someday.
And I would not direct it. Sheila Daniels would direct it.
Oh, that's good.
Great. Oh yeah, up in my ticker.
So good at that.
I would do. I mean, depends on the year, but like I love Fiddler on the Roof. So I love that as some kind of holiday show. Then I would probably do like I'd probably do 2 new musicals because that's what I like to do.
Because it's the Ivy Repertory Theater, according to John Lucians.
I would do The Homefront, which is the new musical that we've been developing at Village, which I am hugely passionate about and love it so much. I would do maybe, oh man, because I would definitely want to direct one of the new musicals. So I might say The Passage, because I adored working on that show. I would say,
and then one more.
Oh, just one more.
One more.
Well, I gotta get like a big fat musical comedy in here. That's the.
How about you bring Mount Wedding Singer?
I mean, man, yes, let's do Wedding Singer. Like the other like dream shows that like I want Village Theater to do someday, and that like or if I was like running a theater, the dream shows would be like Color Purple, Ragtime, Parade, Sweeney Todd, Violet, like a bunch of. There's a million things that I would love to.
I know. It's like everything.
Heart Island.
I will tell you, it's so hard when we get to season planning. The first thing I always do is just save my top 5 shows I want to do. Are you supposed to just think of anything else? It's just like, I still want to do these 5 shows. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty good. I liked that question. Tyler Hart also wants to say, what are the criteria when Villages chooses shows for their season?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, we go into every season planning, and like Jess, jump in when you want to. There's sort of like a rubric already. Like we normally do like a big holiday show that can't actually be holiday because it overlaps. It starts before the holidays and ends after the holidays. Like it starts in November or something and doesn't close until the end of January. So we can't do any kind of holiday specific show. Then we have a new musical. Then we typically have a play, but that has kind of like been waffling. Like we sort of did She Loves Me this year, kind of like instead of a play. And then we normally have like, I know, yeah. And then we normally have like a big season closer. That's number 4. And then there's like a wild card. So that's, and then like finding a balance of things that you can take your family to, things that are funny, things that are dramatic, things that are new, things that are old, things that will push our audience versus things that are like super comfy and you don't have to think too much.
But things also might be right in the pocket that we haven't done in a long time.
Yeah. And then like money and like resources. Like there's tons of like, I would love to do all 30-person musicals, but we can't do that.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like, and there's like a bunch of people.
What?
There's a bunch of people talking about all this stuff. So
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of brains in a tank. But it's a fun brain in the tank session. Jason Kappas really wants to know, what's your favorite YouTube compilation rabbit hole? I'll let Courtney take it.
My favorite that got taken down was at the ballet. There's a moment in a chorus line when Maggie sings. Of course, it would be like the big belting note in a chorus line that I love. Maggie in a chorus line sings this big soaring verse of "at the ballet, at the ballet, at the ballet." And she's like belting, and people like applaud, and it's amazing. And there was an Instagram page called like Maggie at the Ballet or something, and it was just like 15-second clips of all of like hundreds of random women singing that. So that's my most recent favorite.
My favorite one, I wasn't asked, but I'm going to answer. My favorite one is the "and I'm Tracy."
There was a Christopher Columbus one.
Oh,
from Little Women that was in astonishing when like Christopher Columbus. I'm astonishing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody look up those compilations. They're really, really good and
what
really.
Else you got, Jess?
Okay, this one I don't know if it's going to be successful or anything, but we're going to still do it.
Is it a question or a game?
This is a game. We're going to play a real game.
Ooh,
I want everybody to play 2, and let's see if they can get it before you can, even though they have to type.
Okay, what are we playing? How do we play?
This is called Name That Musical. Okay. I took really bad descriptions of musicals from Tumblr, and I'm going to see if you can guess which ones they are.
Okay.
Since you are truly more of a musical theater nerd, you have more knowledge in there than I ever will about musicals. Let's see if we can do this.
I don't know if that's right, but
I feel like it's true. Okay. Dun, 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 number 1. A musical about a fun little family whose lives are immortalized in ink.
Fun Home?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be that hard for you. A musical where people from all walks of life unexpectedly find themselves staying together for a few days.
Come From Away?
Yeah. How did you get that? It's so broad and nondescript.
I don't know. I'm pretty specific.
Anyways. A musical, this one I love. A musical where a family kidnaps women and they all get married.
Seven Brides or Seven Brothers.
Somehow the fact that they were all kidnapped is forgiven or just not important to the actual plot.
Oh man, we get problematic when we go back more than 5 years.
A musical about a boy who does the wrong thing for the right reasons and a girl who must challenge what she knows. Together, they have a magical journey that soars to new heights.
Dear Evan Hansen?
Together, they have a magical journey that soars to new heights.
Soars?
Like on a magic carpet, right?
Oh, Aladdin?
Kevin Foreman got it. He wins. Okay. A musical where opposites attract at a musically included location. And kids learn that they are all in this together.
Oh, High School Musical?
So ridiculous. These are real descriptions that our marketing team found online of musicals. Um, Two buddies build a career together, but when a pair of sisters get thrown into the mix, they find out that the best things may just happen when they're dancing.
Oh, Dolly? What? Best things happen when you're dancing? I don't know that. Say it again.
Things happen while you're dancing. White Christmas.
Oh, I've seen White Christmas once. I've never seen the movie.
They got it. They got it. They got it so much better than
I've
you
never
did.
seen the movie of White Christmas.
Oh, it's so good. Also, I don't hate the musical. I don't hate it when it's on stage. I think it's so cute. Anyways, a musical about a trio dreaming of making it big while they navigate many personal conflicts.
Merrily Roll Along?
It's a trio. There's
Well,
lots
so
of
Merrily Roll Along.
yeah, I know. There's lots of sequins.
Sequins trio.
They
Wait, say it
a lot
again.
of personal drama.
A
This is
trio of friends? Dreamgirls?
Yep, Kevin got it. Kevin's killing this. These are really bad. This one I think might be the worst. A musical about wannabes who just want to be in the spotlight and wear sequins.
Of wannabes that just want to be what?
In the spotlight and wear sequins. This one, you're not going to get it. This is a chorus line, and I think that's like the worst description. These are found online. This is great.
Oh, I don't like that one.
A musical that's really all about the mega mix.
Joseph.
Yep.
That is why you go to Joseph, is for the Megamix.
That one I actually wrote myself because I knew you would know it immediately.
You sit through like 70 minutes of Joseph so that you can get 10 minutes of Megamix.
Yeah, these are really bad, and I'm not going to do them anymore because I don't think
Okay.
All right. This or that? You want to do this or that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is a speed round. We're going to do this or that.
Is this the bonus one?
No, this isn't the bonus one.
Great.
This is this or that. I got a lot of these questions from people on the internet who wanted you to know about these things. I decided to edit some of them because I felt like some of them were inappropriate.
So I'm just picking one or the other?
Yes. As fast as you can. Don't overthink it. Don't be my toddler. Don't take too long.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? We're going to start off easy. Chicken nuggets or burgers?
Burgers.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Breakfast or lunch?
Lunch.
Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Diet Coke. What a stupid question.
Okay, we can still be friends. This is fine. Okay, now it's going to get a little harder. Take a breath.
Okay.
Taco time or cantina?
Taco time. Oh!
Chipotle or Jack in the Box?
Jack in the Box.
Sequins or glitter?
Sequins.
Newark or Golden Age?
Newark, probably.
Bentwood chair or stage block?
Would care.
Theater in the round or proscenium?
Oh, proscenium.
Sing through or sits probe?
Sits probe.
Nikes or Adidas?
Nike.
Tim or RJ?
Kayla Niemeyer.
Sondheim or Schwartz?
Sondheim.
Tompkins or Yorkie? Impossible.
Not answering.
Belt or Mix?
What are you talking to? Belts.
New York or Seattle?
Seattle.
Oh! I encourage everybody to write their own this or that for Brandon in the comments so that we can go ahead and.
I'll answer if I can.
So when I was asking everybody for their stories, then Jason Kappas and I got in a whole like this or that kind of chat, and I was gonna maybe make a divas bracket.
Oh, I'm ready for divas.
Yeah. And so let's just do the divas right now. And I was like, rather than doing the bracket, I'll just do this or that because it became really fun. And half of these are Kappas's and some of them I adjusted. So just know.
I'm ready.
A huge part of this. Chipotle or RJ. I like that, John Lucian's. Anyways. I'm too distracted. It's like squirrel, squirrel. There's like so many things flashing on the screen on this side. That's really bad. All right, divas, this or that. Patty or Bet?
Patty.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway. Kristen or Idina?
Idina.
Cheetah or Liza?
Liza.
Shoshana or Stephanie J?
Shoshana.
Audra or Kelly?
Audra.
Audra or God?
Audra.
Carrie Butler, Celia Keenan Bolger.
Celia.
Jesse Mueller, Abby Mueller.
Jesse, because I've only seen Abby in one thing.
Cynthia Erivo or Heather Headley?
Ooh.
Oh, good one. Don't be my toddler.
Cynthia, I think.
Sutton Foster or Laura Bell Bundy?
Sutton.
Yeah, that one's no brainer. Stritch or Channing?
Stritch.
Laura Benanti, Laura Osnes.
Benanti.
Oh yeah, me too. Jennifer Holiday, Jennifer Hudson.
Holiday, holiday, holiday.
Ah! Okay, that's so great. Oh my gosh. All right, what other questions do y'all have that we weren't able to see because of the other? I feel so bad about the multiple things.
I know, that's so weird.
I know. I feel so, this was not so great. This was not so great. I feel so bad. Oh shoot, where are my other questions?
I'm now on the page, and there were 103 comments on that page.
And we saw none of them, and I just feel so bad.
Wow, strange time.
What? Okay, here's one of my questions that I always like asking people. You know how there's always that musical theater moment that you have in an audience that you're just like, I want to do this forever. Yeah? Like something that you had.
Say that. You cut out for a second. Say that again.
Okay. There's always a musical theater show when you were in the audience as a kid or maybe as an adult and you were like, I want to do theater forever because of this moment. Oh no, did I lose him? Did I lose myself? Is he frozen or am I frozen? There's no way to know. Deep, 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 deep. Oh dear. Hello. No. Brandon frozen. So what I was going to say was ask him to share. Oh my God, did I go away? Brandon said. Yes, you did. You went away. This is excellent. We are doing great. Great. Here we are. All right, friends. This has been a really great time. I'm not going to lie. Here's what I'll say. Yeah, I know. Nick, he's gone. My favorite part, you want to know what my favorite part about this is that I am the person who's invited and I'm not the one running this. So I can't even stop the feed. It just will keep going and I can't leave. So what do? Go ahead and send me your questions because we've got here is a horribly stuck human. I'm texting with Brandon right now. Come back so you can end it. Oh my gosh. Right. How is Raya Papaya? Nick DeSantis, thank you for asking. My toddler, everybody wants to know about my toddler. I already invited him, RJ. He can come back. How are the summer programs? Are you able to send a link? I thought I already sent a link. Share screen. I can't send him a link because I am not. Oh my God. All right. Sorry, everybody. Maybe I can just leave because I'm not them. Hey, friends. Sorry about this. Oh, interview Randy. Oh, my daughter's still awake, if you must know, says my husband. Here, I'm going to share a little bit of a secret, is I kind of ran away to a different house. This should be a documentary. So if this was the Truman Show, this would not be interesting. Um, how was my birthday? Do y'all want to know what I did for my birthday? My birthday was on Monday, which is really hard because then Mother's Day is also on Sunday. And I think it's really important. Here's a shout out to all of the moms and parents out there, is that Mother's Day, I've asked my husband, he killed it. I said, here's the thing. I love being a mother. Being a mother is the best part of my life, but it's not the only part of my life. So I want to make sure that my birthday and Mother's Day are two separate things because I'm a parent, but that's not all I am. And he killed it. Randy Scholes killed it in celebrating my birthday and celebrating Mother's Day. And it was amazing. And I hope that all the mothers enjoyed their day and all of the parents enjoyed their day. And they were treated to every single luxury they could ever imagine, which includes going to the bathroom alone, going and taking a shower that's longer than 10 minutes. I think that's kind of the extent of it because anything past that in a quarantine situation is not gonna happen. But then on my birthday, I got lobster and fish tacos, yum, and key lime pie. Delicious. What else could a girl want on her birthday? Mother's Day, my daughter brought me a balloon. I got herbs to plant with her because, again, what else are you going to do? I'm trying to figure out if Brandon's going to come back at all. This is so great. There was a real question. Something about the summer. I can't end it. Just tell everyone bye and leave. Y'all, this is so funny. Kim McGuire wants to know, how are the summer programs panning out? Well, let me tell you something. Kid Stage is rocking it. They have programming and classes going on right now. And then also they're holding auditions for their Summer Independent, which is shows that are directed by the students. And what's amazing is not only are those students being professionally mentored by staff members, including artistic director Jerry Dixon. Can you imagine being a senior or being in high school or just graduated from high school and getting to be mentored by Jerry Dixon? That's killer. They're in their pre-production time and basically
I'm back. What a roller coaster.
I quit. This is the thing that pushed me over the edge. I'm never doing this again. Talking about my birthday. Took over one. And then also, yeah, Jasper and Deadland is the other one, I think. So Kid Stage, Summer Independent, and they're having classes and they're killing it. That's the summer programming. And they're all killing it. Hi, Brandon. What have you been doing tonight?
What was that?
What have you been up to tonight, man?
No, just hanging out with you. Oh my gosh, what a wild time. What a wild time. Was I frozen? What did I look like when I was frozen?
Like this.
Oh good. Oh good.
Oh my gosh.
To talk about? I'm fine with keeping talking.
I really don't know what to say anymore. This is the thing. I have my dinner here I never ate. Does anybody want to share it? Some meatballs and some pasta with some pesto. Kaden, I do think you made West Side Story up. I'm looking at the comments now. The question I was going to ask you was, everybody has that musical theater moment where they're in the audience and they're like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? And usually that show imprints on your heart and is like one of your favorite shows. Mine was Ragtime. I remember sitting in the audience and we had the aha moment. Yes, thank you, Iris. I remember sitting in the audience and being like, wow, this tells the story of so many different people that I recognize in my life that I want to be part of this forever. What was yours?
I have a super vague memory of watching Me and My Girl
Oh,
I have no idea where.
in Collins? Wait, at Village or no?
No, at the Fifth. It was the
Oh.
tour. Um, and I remember like having like dinner with my parents at like the theater restaurant that used to be there, and seeing the show. And like, if anyone does anyone know Me and My Girl? I don't actually know it very well.
No.
Um, but I remember like dancing ghosts, like in like a mansion hallway or something, and like ghosts came to life or something. Like, are there paintings that come to life in Me and My Girl, or like ghosts that sing and dance or something? Like, I have no idea. I feel like maybe John Luchins knows the answer. I know he's watching. Um,
Probably nobody's watching anymore. We've like come and gone so many times.
I know this has been such a weird, like, fun disaster.
But that was your moment of like,
I'd say
I
that,
do this now.
and also Phantom of the Opera. When I saw Phantom of the Opera, I like, and that was partially when I knew I wanted to be a director. Is I saw
Mm.
Phantom and was like, "This is crazy." It was like the first time I like acknowledged that something had been directed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Like someone must have put this together.
Yeah, his name was Cameron. He's decent.
Well, how? Hal Prince.
Well, yes, but also like producer above that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, let's be real. So my Phantom of the Opera story is not so great. I fell in love with it, like listened to it obsessively. My church had this program called Musical Mission Tour. It was really cute and really fun. Where we did this like fun little Bible musical, and then we all got on a tour bus as like a youth group, and then toured, and then we would do missionary work, like we would like volunteer here or there and blah 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 and perform. And our big trip, the end was to see a show on Broadway, and we got to choose Phantom or Les Mis, and my mom chose Les Mis and I chose Phantom, and I hated it.
oh no, I love Phantom.
I hated it. I literally was the most disappointed I'd ever been in theater, and I was like, I hated it so much because what I had imagined and the story I had put together and what it should look like was like nothing like what it was. And I
Uh-huh.
was so furious. And I was like, I should have gone to Les Mis. I was really, so Phantom of the Opera will always be the most disappointing musical to me. And I've never seen it since. And I'm sure it's a lot better than my middle school self thought it was, but it was the
Yeah.
greatest disappointment of my life. Phantom of the Opera, the greatest disappointment of my life.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I went back to all the old questions, and
oh
I
my
found one that I think I have a funny story for. Cassie Cole asked said, "Tell us about your worst audition from back in the day as an actor."
Well, that's good.
Because I definitely have one of these stories. So it was, I was in high school still, I think, and it was for a show, a Village original called Letters from Nam. I must have been in high school because I had like no clue. I had like no idea. It's called Letters from Nam. It's about the Vietnam War. And I got called in and I didn't prepare for it. And
Well,
I
your
didn't,
first mistake.
yeah, I know. And I didn't know anything about the show. I didn't do um, any prep for like the song I was going to sing or what the show is about. I just knew it was called Letters from apostrophe Nam, and which I thought was Nam, which I guess some people call it Nam. Um, and I knew that the character I was auditioning for was a soldier. And because Village, it was an audition for Village, and because Village, like I knew Village mostly to do like older shows, I assumed this was like a a soldier in like ye olden times, in like the Civil War or the Revolutionary War or something like that.
Oh no.
And so I got out to Village early. I practiced in my car because I decided I was going to sing Wheels of a Dream from Ragtime. Just because I was like, okay, well, something like patriotic-ish, and that would make sense for a soldier or something. And so I went to the Mills Music on
Oh,
Front Street.
close.
And they're closed, yeah. But I went to Mills Music was still on Front Street. I went to Mills Music, bought the sheet music, bought the ragtime vocal selections like 15 minutes before my audition. Handed it to RJ. RJ was the I don't know if he music directed, but he definitely played the audition. And I just like put it in front of him, like fresh, never been used book before. RJ plays it. And I sing the entire song like up a minor third.
That's bad, Brandon. That's really
It
bad.
was so bad. But I remember RJ was very impressed because I actually like kept pitch. I was just in a completely different key from what RJ was playing. And Brian Yorkie was I don't know if he was directing, but he was definitely in the audition. And he was like, okay. I think you misunderstood the assignment. Because it was letters from Nam as in the Vietnam War, as in like a rock and roll score. And so he was like, do you know Seasons of Love? And I was like, yeah. And he just like, RJ? And I just like plays for Seasons of Love. I sing a verse for Seasons of Love. I'm out of there. Did not book it.
I mean, that was nice of him to ask you to sing something else. That was like very kind of him. Because
like, what are you doing, you child, you silly child?
that's not so great. But you know, we've all had those moments. Like, I feel like you have to have the utter, like, well, that was the worst thing I've ever done in my life to know, like, okay, great. I shouldn't do that again. Or it can only get better, hopefully. Or I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Here's another question, since there's actually people still here. Here's someone that says, a former Kid Stage cast member here. As a director, what are some tips, advice on how to take material that might seem geared towards kids and make it appeal to older audiences too? That's interesting. I feel like the biggest pitfall in directing like shows for young audiences or like theater for youth or children's theater or whatever is like assuming that kids are stupid or that you have to talk down to kids. That I also just hate seeing children's theater that's like that. I actually think children are like probably the best audience because they tell you sometimes directly.
Don't do that.
If they're like, I don't understand what's happening, or they start talking, or they fidget, or they boo if they don't like something, or they applaud if they do like something. So I feel like it's a matter of treating the material like it's good and like it's worth its time, and that it's and not trying to talk down to kids or whatever, you know?
Oh yeah, I would definitely agree. I will also say that it's like very eye-opening and refreshing to be a parent and watch everything that my child is watching and be struck by all of the reminders of the basics in life about how to stay hopeful and treat others with kindness. And it's actually really good as an adult as an adult to just hear those things.
Yeah.
Reminder.
Oh man. Anyone else have questions?
I think we should finally just maybe like
it's time to be
I
done.
think we gotta cut it loose. I don't think anybody.
What a weird. This has been the strangest, and of course, this is the one that is strange.
This is so strange.
Thanks everyone for coming and
we love you. I can't wait to like have enough internet for myself to go back and look at all the comments you made originally.
Oh my gosh.
That I would love to have seen. Y'all are the best and stuff.
And thank you, Jessica, for putting in you put in so much more work than I normally do. For these things.
Well, I was just so nervous to have to host one of these things, never having used the platform before, thinking everything was gonna go wrong. This is like that audition. It's just like, great. Well, can only go up from here.
Yeah, exactly. Come back next week. We'll have another one of these. We're doing these for at least another month. We're getting all our guests lined up. We'll announce them soon. We're figuring some special things out for all of you. But thanks for hanging.
Oh, don't
Oh,
you all? Brandon's gonna hate this. Doesn't everybody want to see a Village Theater game show?
I think you've sort of beta tested your
I
game show.
beta tested. It didn't go well, so maybe the answer is no. Don't you think we should get subscribers and donors to answer questions? And if they get them wrong, we'll have beloved actors outside in a different quarantine space doing horrific dares.
Not complicated to put together at all.
I'm on it. All right. I love all these people.
Yeah, thanks everybody for showing up and dealing with all of this madness. It's good to see all of you. It's good to see you, Jessica.
See you, Brandon.
Bye, friends.
Bye. Oh.